Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Happy
Oh,
Monday.
Speaking of which, Celine's here.
Boom. We spoke her
Yes,
into essence. Into
Yeah.
substance.
And Jacqueline is here.
Yes. And
Kim
Kim.
B. Lovely to have you all join us.
Yes. This will be nice.
Yes.
Yes. We have the lovely Kristen Louise with us today.
Hi.
Oh, and
Thank you.
Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow. Welcome. State of Grace Tarot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going for my nameless because I'm still learning everybody's name. So that's Justine. Yes. I got my little cheat sheet here.
Nice.
So I remember everybody.
Selena, we were talking earlier about how gorgeous you were on Bobby's channel last night. We really enjoyed it.
Yes. Stunning. And we have the
Yes.
stunning Kristen Louise here with us today, though.
Yes, we
Thank
do.
you for having me. I really appreciate the invite.
Let me move my
Well,
card.
you are always welcome anytime.
Well, thank you.
And Bartholomew is just popping.
Hey, David.
It's my son, David. Hey, honey.
Hi.
Oh, thank you, Flower. I know you're in India, I think, Flower. So
Yes.
I hope you get lots of sleep. Thank you for popping in and saying
Oh, wow.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
I love it how everybody is from so many different locations. It's just very exciting.
Yeah. Connecting with the world,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yes. I like that way of putting it.
Well, today, Nancy, do you want me to kind of do
please.
the okay?
Just yes. Oh my goodness.
Hosting for me today, for us today. And hello, Hannah. Guten Abend, talking about around the world. We have also Germany in the house as well. And we'll see, Hannah, if your little buddy boo comes in here. So in continuing with the springtime in our look at springtime goddesses, on my list last week was Idunn, and she is a Nordic goddess. And I thought, oh, who better would be able to talk about her story and what she is all about, what she represents, what that goddess's essence is, than having Kristen join us. So she said yes, and we're like, yay!
Yes.
So I think I'm just going to go ahead, and Nancy, that's okay with you, just hand it over to Kristen, and
Yes. I can't wait to learn more about her.
Okay. And this is the goddess, and this is how you spell her name. So there we go. Idunn. Take it away, Kristen.
Okay, so Idunn is she's a spring goddess, obviously, but she is most known from a story from the Prose Edda, which was written by a man named Snorri Sturluson. And it reports a story of her being the goddess that feeds a fruit to the rest of the gods to keep them young. So people often say it's an apple, but actually apples weren't introduced to Scandinavia until the 1500s. So it's most likely not an apple. So it's probably a different fruit. But the story goes that the Loki and Odin were out and they were trying to cook some meat out on a fire pit. And this bird comes along, this eagle, and says, if you give me some of the meat, then I will, give you, I'll share it with you, kind of thing. They're like, okay. So the eagle comes down and eats all the good parts. Well, Loki gets pissed off, and so he takes a stick and starts whacking it with it. And then the bird, the eagle, grabs the stick and flies off in the air with Loki like dangling from it. And he's like petrified, like, oh my God, And it turns out that the eagle is actually a Jotun in disguise, which are like in layman's term, they call it giants, but that's like a mistranslation. So he's a Jotun. And so this Jotun says, well, I will let you down if you bring me Idunn's apples. I want Idunn and her apples, or fruit, I should say. And so Loki promises this if he puts them down, and so Loki, have her disappear.
I think she's getting the kitty cat.
Okay.
Yes.
So Loki tricks Idunn, saying, well, I found a place that has fruit even better than yours. You have to come see it. So Idunn's like, oh, I got to see this. So she goes with Loki, and he tricks her, and the Jotun takes her and the apples. Well, all the gods start getting old, because it's her power, it's her fruit that keeps them young. And without her and her fruit, they start to get old, and they're going to eventually die. Well, that pisses them off. And so they're like, Loki, you got to take care of this. So long story short, Loki was able to get her back. And then they went young again, because they had her fruit and Idunn back. So that is the general story. So it's basically showing the difference between the gods and the Jotuns. Like, the Jotuns were creatures of chaos. They were like agents of chaos, whereas the gods are creatures, they're gods of civilization and order. That's the general dichotomy that is existing, that tension within the stories in Norse mythology. So there you go. That's Idunn.
Loki gets into all kinds of trouble.
All kinds. Yeah.
The Avengers.
Yeah.
He doesn't learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, he's like the comic relief in most of the stories. Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe the apple, is because that was I don't know. This is just me theorizing. That perhaps they were saying it was apples because that was the known fruit from the Bible. I think many of these mythologies might have been actually written once Christianity started coming into play. And so, like with Avalon, it was the apple or the silver branch of apples. And then with Idunn, excuse me, apples. So I'm wondering if that's just when these myths were written down, that was the automatic. Well, we'll just say they were apples because apples, are from all these other ones as well. That's just me speculating.
Yeah.
Well, see, interesting.
The fruit in the Old Testament story isn't mentioned to be an apple either. People just assume it's an apple.
It just says fruit.
It just says fruit. Yeah. And I think just in later art, they painted it as an apple.
Yes.
Because I know when I did meditations, or when I was following Morgan Le Fay and connecting with my Avalon past life, I was interested going down into the orchards, and the first thing, not seeing an apple, but I was seeing more like pears. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, I thought this was supposed to be apples. And so I was getting kind of confused. So I'm like, no, they're apple. But for me, what kept standing out was the pear, which I thought was interesting. So, yeah.
Oh,
interesting. And there are some, well, at least with Persephone and Demeter, they didn't use the apple. They used, the pomegranate, because 6 pomegranates for, the 6 months. So, but yeah. And everyone's
I love
saying
the pomegranates on the tarot cards.
Yes, they're beautiful. Yeah. I don't like the taste of them, but they are beautiful.
I love pomegranates. Oh my.
Oh, I haven't had them since I was a kid, so I don't even remember what they taste like. Were they sour or sweet?
A little tart.
Tart,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a zing to them. So, but.
Winds of Reflection.
Yes. I love that name. That's beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So that's right. Another new name I need to write down.
Oh, and here's Sandy. Sandy has joined us.
Hello, Sandy, sir. How are you? Hello, hello. And you put a little Agador in there, the little birdie.
Yes. Agador, he's, oh my goodness, he has his head under his wing, Heather. He's taking a little nap.
Oh, birdie nap.
Is he a parakeet or what is he?
Yeah, parakeet. He's the blue parakeet. Yeah.
I saw the picture in the intro. I was like, oh, I had a bird that looked just like him when I was a kid. Yeah. His name was Arsenio Hall.
He's a sweetie.
Arsenio.
Yeah, yeah.
Put the finger up.
Hey, Scott. Scott has joined us. Scott A.
is new here. Welcome.
And also, Winds of Reflection. Her
name
is. Where are you in the world, if you don't mind telling
she said
us?
Her name is Ravneet.
Yeah.
I hope I pronounced that name correctly.
That's a beautiful name.
It is.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
And in my goddess oracle deck, that's was gifted to me by the beautiful Selena. I love what they write for. I love everything that they wrote for each of the goddesses. For Idunn, they wrote, "Finding a moment of joy every day rejuvenates my spirit." So, yes.
When I was a child, when I was a child, I lived in Chicago.
My grandpa's initially from Chicago area. Yeah.
Ooh, cold winters.
And then, according to this book, Idunn, known as the Rejuvenator, is a youthful goddess and the keeper of the apples of immortality. Interesting how they keep, reiterating the apples. As soon as other gods begin to show any signs of aging, exactly as you, and there is a ritual I can share with everybody.
Oh, that's nice.
Because for each of the goddesses, they provide a ritual. And for Idunn, it says here, the Norse goddess of spring represents rejuvenation and joy. This ritual is about finding and cherishing joyful moments, just like Idunn. So identify a simple activity that brings you joy. For example, enjoying one of your favorite treats. Or if you're watching The Waistline, you can always enjoy something like painting or writing or an apple.
Or an apple.
Take a moment to fully engage with and savor this activity. And that was it. Okay, well, that was a short little ritual, but I like the fact that she's like a goddess of pleasure as well. The very textile, very what's the word? Textured, tactile, being, the smelling, the feeling, the sensing, a very sensual goddess.
Yeah.
Kind of almost like Freya in a way, the sensuality and the sexuality. Yeah. So very good.
Yeah, her a little fact is her husband is named Bragi, and Bragi is actually a human being that was brought to Valhalla to recite poetry and sing music for the people in Valhalla. So that's a little side note.
And that's another thing that you can take part in for music. I mean, for me, music takes me to emotions, memories, feelings, sometimes almost taste as well. So that's another very tactile.
I think as far as like the idea of if they eat the fruit and they stay young, it makes me think of like doing things that remind you of being youthful, and sort of like that inner child, whether that's coloring or dancing, or playing hopscotch, things like that.
For me, I'm hoping someday I can get my physical health back up, where I can get on a pair of roller skates again and go to a rolling rink, because that was my joy as a child.
Yes,
was the music, getting on my skates and just whipping around that rolling rink and just feeling the wind in my hair.
I loved that.
The breeze in my hair.
That was so much fun. That was so much fun. But the interesting thing is, at my age, I'm giving my I cannot hop. I can't.
Oh.
I mean, if I stand on one foot and want to hop, I can't. My body won't do it. My body is very wise. They're like, if she's gonna hop, we're not gonna let you hop.
The only hop that she can do is I hop, and I'll be right there with you, Nancy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, look who has joined us. My goodness.
Ooh, sexy Lexi. Sexy, luscious, lascivious Lexi.
Oh, I like lascivious.
Yeah, it's just getting longer and longer.
Yes. I wonder where she got the name lascivious. Yeah, I can't even say that.
That was me. That was me. Yeah.
I wonder who. I can't even pronounce the word. My goodness.
Just lascivious.
So lascivious. Ooh. Let's see.
Oh, I love what Care Bear said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he said that music can help my imagination.
Yeah, music is for the imagination. Music brings us all together, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, music is essential to my spirituality. Like I listen to Norse pagan folk music, and it just transports me.
Look at this. Yes. True meaning,
Yeah. Lusty and lewd.
We're telling it like it is, Lexi.
Yeah.
Miss Pinup Lexi. Woo woo. Someone girl, show some that. Yeah. So,
I love it.
Luscious Jackson. Yes, Jacqueline. Luscious Jackson. I remember.
It's so nice to have you all with us. Thank you all for coming.
And for anybody who doesn't know who Luscious Jackson was, it was an all-girl band back in the 90s, and they had a couple hits. So,
never heard of them.
Yes. If you heard the song, you would probably recognize it.
Okay.
I can't think off the top of my head, but I do have them on one of my playlists from the 90s. So, yeah.
I missed out on a lot of the music from the mid 80s and the 90s because I was running after my children.
That'll do it.
And Karen remembers, yes. Oh my God. Girl, Jacqueline, you're speaking my language. And then there was Kitty. Oh my God. They were like this thrash, weird. They actually, Jacqueline, I saw them. I know I'm digressing, but I have to. Back in the day when Maury Povich still had some integrity for his shows, he had a special where he had Janet, or Jan, excuse me, from Vixen came on. One of the ladies from Pretty Poison, I think the name of the band was. It was a woman, and then he had this girl. I can't remember her name, but she came out. She had black eyeliner, and she had like these things all. She was just like, ah, and she was just like jumping all over the place. But she was like, and the band was called Kitty. I think if I'm remembering this correct, and they would do, music, especially symphonic music, with kind of like thrash metal. And I'm like, who the hell is this? So I think, Jacqueline, that's who you're referring to. And yes, very much an 80s kid. Me too, Scott. Well, late 70s too, with the Rolling Ring. But yeah. Kitty was there. Yep. Seven Dust Lit, Creed. Oh, Creed. Oh, don't even get me on Creed. Anywho, see how music again brings people together, just like the dance. Yes. So, alrighty, ladies, are we going to do readings?
Yes, I just wanted to mention in the links, if you go to the description, I have Kristen Louise's channel listed, and also the link to her rune deck. And I did list Heather's PayPal in case anyone wants to make a donation, because she is getting ready to move across the country, and any amount would be greatly appreciated. Now, this is not Heather. This is me and Kristen doing this, So I just wanted to throw it out there. I mean, we don't charge for readings or anything. No. This is just if your heart feels led to help Heather.
Yes, that's it. Because I know some shows we like to, say if anyone donates, they can go, they'll be one of the first three, but not on this show. So,
no.
Circa 1982, I graduated high school. I graduated 90 actually for me. I was behind a little bit, but yep, the 80s. I mean, living on a prayer, Bon Jovi. That was my freshman year in high school. So.
We figured out that Lexi graduated. No, wait. Lexi was born the year I graduated. So technically I could be her mother.
Wow.
If I was a teenager.
Well, same here. Nancy's been like a mama to me, so
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, just
She's our mama
spread the
clone.
love around. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank
if anybody
you,
would like
Selena.
yes, thank you, Selena. If anybody would like, a message from the Divine Feminine, just type me in, as we always do.
Yes.
And the three of us will be happy to read for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Selena. And there's Kristen's channel as well.
Well, thank you.
And Kristen's been very busy with her channel.
Yes,
A little bit, yeah.
She's been posting videos,
up too, so
making guest appearances on other
doing
shows.
that. And I did my first live on my channel, so that was nice with Robin.
Yay.
And
it's fun when you get the first one done, and it's like, for me, it was okay. When do I do the next one?
Yeah.
Make it easier. So,
like, I was expecting there just to be like a couple people there, and it ended up being a lot of people. So it was nice.
That's awesome. Very nice. And we got a reading request from Jacqueline.
Okay.
So for me, I brought my Goddess Oracle deck by
and Kim B.
Katya Perez.
That's Kim.
And Seeds from the Sacred Feminine. And I have my tiles. And I'm expecting a new bag made specifically for my tiles, probably within the next couple of weeks. It's going to be handmade. Girl, Selena, girl. Thank you. Thank you, Selena. Just give me a heart attack here. I'm okay. I just saw something and it took me by surprise. So thank you. Oh my goodness. So Selena, would you like a message from the Divine Feminine? And just so everybody knows, there's no pressure for any donations. This was just something, if you're able to do it, because I get it. It's really a struggle for a lot of us right now. So if you can't, don't feel bad about
Did you see what she put in the chat?
Yes, I love you too, girl.
Is there a specific question?
No, just a message from the Divine Feminine. Okay. That's how we do it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so let's see. We have Jacqueline going first. Yes, thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. Ooh, Ellen of the Waves. And it's whatever, how many cards you feel drawn to pull. Okay, Kristen.
Oh, I love the sound of shuffling.
And Selena wants a reading too.
Who does?
Selena.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, please and thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everybody who's sending donations. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you.
Okay, I have let's see here. Let me put that back down here. Let's see, new comments. Okay. Who wants to go first?
I'm still looking up something.
Yeah, I'm still pulling cards.
Oh, okay. Well, I will
thank
go.
You, Ravneet. Sorry. Go ahead, Nancy.
I will go ahead and Jacqueline, I got 3 cards for you. They're all advice from divine. 2 of them are advice from Divine Feminine Oracles, and the other one is from the Sufi Oracle. And from the Sufi Oracle, the message for you is to trust your gut feelings. Let your heart lead you to who you are. And I love this card for you because it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah. And your next message is love your body. Let your beauty radiate out. And how will I embiggen the 2 of you? Just push on your.
Just drag us over into the bigger, like you can do that right now too with yourself.
Okay.
You're going to see a square where it's going to be a little bit bigger, and then you'll have the 2 next to it. So you can always, put yourself into that. And if it's not, we don't need to be
this card is love your body, let your beauty radiate out. And self-love is so important. We need to love ourselves unconditionally. It's so important, to love every part of ourselves and to communicate with our inner child and our higher self, because that completes us. And the final card for you is the card of opportunity. Expand your horizons. And I feel like that you can do this through working with your spirit guides and your ancestors especially. And of course, you've always got your guardian angel that is always with you, that you can trust that they are looking out for your highest good. And that's what I have for you, Jacqueline.
Go ahead, Kristen.
Okay. I pulled from the Star Rune Oracle. Okay, can I pick it up? Okay. I got the Nauthiz. It's the rune Nauthiz. It means craving with this card. And to me, this is a card of desire, of passion, of need, needing to express yourself, needing to move forward with a specific passion that you have. So I think this card is saying that whatever passion that is a kernel within you or something that you're holding back, this card is saying, bring it out, bring it out. And you got the Knight of Cups, and this is a card of movement of emotion, because the cups are about emotion and the knights are about movement. It's about moving forward with your emotional life, to feed it, to move it forward, to really bring it out into the open. Because this could be a card of romance as well. It could be a card of just love in general. But it's saying, take that, what's in you, the Nauthiz card, whatever is in you, and just feed it with love. Feed it with love and move forward with it. You also got the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands, in this picture, it's a woman playing a sitar. Now, it's a string instrument. It's a string instrument, which means it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of calluses with the fingers. It's going to hurt. And that's okay. When you are working on whatever you're passionate about, whether you have found it yet or not, this is saying it's okay when it's hard, because sometimes it's going to be hard, and that's okay. You can make it through it. And you also got the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles, is about sort of hoarding your resources, holding them back. And I think in this reading, it's saying, don't hide your light. Don't hide it, share it. So I think that is it. Whatever you're desiring, or if you don't desire anything right now, something that's going to be coming down the pike, just to move forward with passion and self-love and love for the world and love for the people you care about, and share it with the world. So that's the message that I have.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Jacqueline, you feel alone in your marriage, sweetheart.
Oh.
But just know that you are enough, and you are worthy of love and respect from yourself as well. So my little Nancy just said hi.
Yes.
And also Karen asked to be added to the list too if we have time.
Oh, okay.
We have time for Miss Karen.
Of course.
Hello, Maruta. So Jacqueline, I pulled Ellen of, this is perfect. I pulled Ellen of the Ways. Hold on a second, Barry. I have to. Oops, hang on. I got a phone.
It's so quiet.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Shan got a personal phone call that came in that I wasn't expecting. So I can't see chat right now. He's got the phone. So Jacqueline, back onto you. Ellen of the Ways, and her message is, I choose the right path for me. So it feels like you're beginning your path to discovering who you are. Find out truly what what makes you happy, what you are here to do, your spiritual path. It's basically, I'm hearing the path back to you. And so for Ellen of the Way, she's a Celtic goddess of pathways. She's guidance. She's connected to shamanism, magic, and nature. So she's all about nature. And Ellen of the Ways, if you notice, I'll just show the book here. She's got horns, antlers, and she is one of the very few goddesses that are represented with an antler. For reindeer, the females have antlers, not just the males. And so the people back in the day, the reindeer, would lead the way through the woods, and then the people would be able to follow to know where they could find food to get them through the winters, the furs, the skins to help them build their homes and to give them, um, you know, to protect them from the weather, that kind of thing. And so it says here, ready? So greet the sun and embrace her destiny. So this is about embracing. I'm feeling like getting up with the dawn, start acknowledging the rising of the sun. Um, it feels like the sun is funny. I'm a Capricorn, so I am Hort. There we go. So I'm just kind of seeing that, connecting with the sun and the moon, yes, but with the rise of the sun, following the path of the sun, following your thoughts during the day, following your feelings during the day. And your seed card is seeds from the sacred feminine. You have feel your pulse. So this is about, yes, getting into nature, feeling your pulse, feeling your heartbeat, getting back and feeling your body, feeling your emotions. Sometimes when we do have relationships where our love is not reciprocated, it sometimes can make us shut down, feel numb, where we don't even want to feel love for ourselves, or basic emotions, or express them. So again, yeah, so it can be tiring, but you got to make sure you hold your space for yourself. You don't want people continuously draining you. That's kind of what they call a psychic vampire, just someone who just drains you and depletes you without giving. And so it's telling you to get back on your path, feel your pulse, start feeling that joy of waking up in the morning, knowing that there's a new day ahead. Um, Getting back out into nature. I also pulled for you the King of Wands. And the Kings are about determination, clarity of vision, and pragmatic acknowledgement of things in your life. You must work hard to get them. So this is you. He's brought the phone back. So this is you. This is the maturity. This is you taking hold. You have clear vision now. You know what you need to do, and your other tile is the temperance, and there's the cups too. Finding balance, having patience, finding moderation, making sure that your cup is constantly being replenished, not just you giving but also receiving as well. And that's what I have for you, Jacqueline. I apologize again for the interruption, and hopefully the message was clear. Thank you.
Okay, our next person up is Kim B. I went ahead and pulled cards for you, Kim B. And I cannot figure out how to make myself big. Can you tell me how to do that again, Heather? I'm sorry, I am lame with this.
Well, at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see different layout options.
Where it says more?
Yeah, you might have to press more. With mine. I don't have to do that. And then you'll see a larger one, and then you have the smaller ones next to it. So when you click on that, just drag yourself over into that big, there you go. And then when you're done, when Kristen's ready, you'll just drag
click
her
on
over.
you. Oh, just drag her over. Okay. See, I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. Okay. Kim B, the cards that I have for you, the first one from the Sufi Oracle is the card that says move forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. And you know, this also has to do with self-love. I think that's a huge topic for us right now, because with the divine feminine, you know, we all have, well, we have the divine masculine in us, but we also have the divine feminine. And we need to acknowledge the beautiful person that we are inside and out. And the second card, I love this for you, Kim B. It's you are held. Isn't this precious? You know, there's something very special about the love of animals, but this also shows just the tenderness that a person has. And I think this is you showing tenderness to all those that are around you. And the final card, and this final card also has animals in it. It's a card of new beginnings, and it says, take a fresh look at life. And I love this because look at the flowers and the bunnies and the eggs. This looks like springtime to me. And this is a wonderful time for all of us to take a fresh look at life. So that's what I have for you, Kim B. It's wonderful being able to read for you all. Let's see, who wants to go next? Kristen, are you ready?
Sure, I can go. Okay, so
here you go.
The first card I got is from the Wild Goddess Oracle, and it's the higher self. And so the message is stop longing, still your mind, and allow your higher self to use its infinite resources to comfort and guide you to the fulfillment of your desires. So that's a similar message as the last reading that I had. Now, the card that I got first in the tarot deck is Five of Pentacles. And Five of Pentacles is often about having a lack mentality, of feeling the losses in your life and not being able to see the resources that are out there for you to turn to. Maybe you're not willing to turn to them. Maybe you don't like asking for help, or you're just not aware of them. But I think this is saying, whatever is driving you, with the fulfillment of your desires, there's going to be hard moments. There's going to be moments where you feel like that you just are lacking, like there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with your life. And this is saying, when you are in that space, try to look outside yourself for perspective, for wisdom, for people, for support. So I think that's what that card is saying. You got the Ace of Pentacles next. And this is about beginnings, just like Heather's readings. This is about a beginning of blessing. It's a starting point. So I think this is a good card to have. This is saying, whatever you set your mind to, this is a blessing. And you're at the beginning of some journey, and this is the seed for it. The next card you got is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords traditionally is a card of deception. How I read it is that this is a card of authenticity, of calling you to be authentic, to not hide who you truly are. It can be hard to be authentic. Being authentic can cause waves. It can cause conflict. It can make you feel alone because you're different from everyone else. But this is saying, don't be afraid of who you are, because who you are is badass and wonderful. And so that is the message that I got.
Nice. I love those collage cards.
Yeah.
So Kim B, you got the goddess Juno. And the Juno is being honest is the key to my inner strength. So this is a card talking about being honest with ourselves at this time. Being honest with yourself at this time. And Juno is a goddess connected with protection and marriage. And so she's known as strength. She's known for her inner strength and jealousy. So she's kind of like the strength card in the tarot. She's all about strength and trusting and knowing that that strength will be there when she needs it the most. This is about she blesses new marriages and helps young brides conceive. Very interesting. So I'm just going to kind of read out the cards as I'm seeing them here. I don't know if you are in a relationship, a marriage, or whatever, but this is the strong coming through with her. So I'm going to go right to the tile that came out next to this card. I got the Two of Swords. So there is some going within that needs to take place. The water is their intuition as well. And so you intuitively know that something's going on. Now, this marriage or marriage and protection of the state of yourself, this could be actually the marriage itself or just something within yourself that needs protection or or the current state of your being. And with the swords, I'm thinking possibly maybe mental state as well. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not I'm not doctor. I'm not saying anything with health, but connecting with having to make a mental decision, trusting your instincts. She's blindfolded, so she's relying to make this decision with her intuition. The next card I have is play a drum. And with the play of the drum is all about the ancestors coming through. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to say then what it is. What jumped at me from the book, what the author wrote, is that getting a drum, one made possibly of animal hide. I know some people prefer to have drums made with synthetic skin because they don't want to harm the animals, and that's understandable. But I noticed in the chat you're mentioning animals, so I don't know if there's going to be a gifting of a sacred drum to you, or you're going to be gifting it to yourself. Because I did get the tile of the Six of Pentacles, which is about giving, charity, or somebody helping other people out. And I'm wondering if there is going to be coming your way possibly a drum that's going to be gifted to you. And what's important about the drums is the vibration, the healing that can be done for us. And I think too, with the drum, or even just maybe right now at this time, listening to music with a shamanic drumming, that might be able to help you put yourself into a mental state where you're able to meditate and journey and get the answers that you are looking for to help you make this decision. I'm just looking here to see if anything else jumps up. It says, let the drum shake the old pain loose. That just jumped right out at me. So the drums are a way to, she said in the book, of kind of jarring us back awakening our bodies again, and finding the natural rhythms of Mother Earth and within ourselves as well. So that's what I have for you, Kim. I hope that resonated with you.
All right. Next, we are reading for Selena. And I'm going to put myself right over there because I'm ready for Selena. Selena, I have three cards for you. The first from the Sufi Oracle is Return to Joy. We are here to experience joy. And when I saw this card for you, I thought about Darla and how, she has made such an amazing recovery, and, how joyful you all must be. Because being filled with joy is just, I mean, it raises our vibration. It it just look at the ocean here. It's breaking, and you can see the sun. I just absolutely love this for you. And what I think about in the morning is when the birds start singing. First thing in the morning when it's still dark, they're filled with joy. It doesn't matter if it's been pouring down rain or it's windy or what the conditions are. They are full of joy, and they are happy. The next card that I got for you is shelter. You are cherished, and I know that you're cherished by your family, but you're cherished by our community. You came on the scene and you just stole our hearts immediately. And I for one, am so thankful to know you. And your channel is absolutely beautiful. If Ahmad could drop Selena's link, or Selena, if you could put a link to your channel
Yes, please
in the
do.
chat, that would be wonderful. Pardon me?
I said that would be grateful. Thank you. We'd be
Yes,
grateful. That
yes.
would be nice.
The final card that I have for you, Selena, is Moon Lord, the ebb and flow of life. And I love this. I love the moon, and I love sleeping under a full moon. There is something so magical about the moon, and I think that intrinsically we are connected deeply to the moon, grandmother moon. And I love that because everything revolves around the sun and the moon. And I know that we need the sun, but the moon is what has my heart. And I love that for you. And um oh, look at this. She's saying everything Ange does is cute. And that's true. I'm not sure what y'all are saying in the chat, but I love that. Who wants to go next?
I have just a quick question. Did we say hello to Nova Scotia's Black Indian Stories?
I don't know.
I was
I put some
scrolling,
stuff
looking at
up.
comments, and somebody named Nova Scotia's Black Indian Stories came in and said hello to us.
That's Alana Banana.
Oh, Alana changed her name. Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to find her when she came in, but I can't see it. But you're welcome, and we're so happy that you're here.
Go ahead, Kristen.
Okay, okay, there you go, Kristen.
Well, before I start, Allison in the chat had asked me what my sun, moon, and rising signs were.
Yes.
My sun is Scorpio, my moon is Aries, and my rising is Aquarius. So I don't know astrology very well, so a lot of that I don't know what it means. So okay, the reading. The card I got from the Star Rune Oracle is Ansu's Wisdom Keeper. And so I think this is a surefire sign that your ancestors are with you. And they are there to share their wisdom with you. Your people, your tribe of in spirit are there around you. And the next card you got from the Lioness Oracle Tarot is the Hermit. So this is about drawing inward. It's about really turning to that source within you and listen to that wordless knowledge that is within you. And within that space, you can take that, whatever you learn, and share it with others if you choose to. The next one you got is the Ten of Pentacles, which is also a card of family, ancestry, of sort of your roots. And so I think this is really speaking to the importance of you getting in touch with your roots. And I know you've been working on your family tree and your ancestry. And I think this is a nod towards that and how important that is for you. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she's a very earthy queen. She's very grounded. She's a very sensual queen. So I think this is just saying, claim your role as someone who is steady, who sort of brings a sense of calm to spaces. You know, you have that gift. You have that gift of having this holy presence to people. And I think this is what the card is saying. You know, you have this holy presence that you can provide for people. And that's the reading that I have for you. So.
Okay. There we go, Heather.
All right. I got the Queen of Pentacles too.
Ooh.
I was like, when you put me up, I got that too. Here, let me find one of the cards here. Oh, so we just making sure this is Selena we're reading for.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't, because I was checking the chat, and why can I not find? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so Selena, your goddess card is Artemis. I didn't even start shuffling, and it flew right out. Just went to go shuffle, and boom, just came right out of the deck. So freedom is my choice, my right, and my power. And you know, like you've said in the past, this like so many lifetimes having been a healer, a witch, I'm going to say medicine woman. I feel like you are a medicine woman to some tribe back in the past life, and the village healer. And so in this lifetime, you have the opportunity of reconnecting and being able to follow your practices, your studies, everything you wanted to learn through. And now it's you have the freedom is my choice, my right, and my power. We can stand up and say that now in this lifetime. I love that. She is the Greek goddess, of course, of the wild animals, the hunt, and the moon. So again, tapping into that divine feminine, that intuition. I just love her bow and arrow. Makes me think of a Sagittarius. She's also about self-respect, and I know a little bit about your history, and it just feels like this is an all-encompassing reading for everything that you've worked on for yourself over the years, and taking back your power, not just from previous lifetimes, but in this lifetime as well. You are forging ahead, and Torchbringer, as it just mentioned here in the book. So your next card from the seeds of from the feminine, sacred feminine, I got quest for a new vision. So getting into again the studies, the reading, getting grounded. You're moving forward. My freedom is my choice, my right, my power. So you're moving into that space of quest for a new vision, a vision quest, wanting to find out, ancestry, your connections not just to your from your past lives, but in this DNA as well. I see a lot of past lives, and this life experiences and events. Um, they're turning and creating those DNA like strands. So a lot of past lives are very much paralleling this life or reconnecting with this life. And Quest for New Vision asks, have you forgotten that the sacred feminine wisdom of your ancestors lives within you? It is time to unravel the training that keeps you from connecting with that wisdom. Make time, grandchild. Disrupt your daily routine. Your steps are faltering because you are deaf to the whispers of your spirit. To hear your spirit, you must get quiet. Spend time alone, seeking the inner world of the sacred feminine. It is time for a vision quest. Now, I know you have the book and the deck, so I'm just going to end it right there for that. But it says here, I love too. It says, you must dream a new dream before the dream can become real. Listen, dream, for much beauty lies on the horizon. So I love that. Goes right with Artemis and your two tiles. Yes, the Queen of Pentacles, the nurturing. It's the double earth, the nurturing, the mother, the feminine, and being a mother yourself. So it's that beautiful, and making sure that you take time of this for yourself as well, to nurture yourself, to give yourself the same nurturing that you give your children to others. to your friends, your family, your husband, making sure that you connect again. And she's too, her feet are on the ground. She is sitting, on the ground, connecting to the earth. And your other tile is all about bringing everything into balance. I know this past couple of weeks, it has been, wait a minute, I'm reading for Selena, right?
Right, but Kimby, what happened was she got her internet messed up, and so she went back and listened to her reading.
Oh,
and just wanted
okay.
to put this up. I'm sorry I didn't mean to distract you.
I got scared from that. I thought I was reading for the wrong person. Okay. So Selena, again, the balance, finding the moderation, school, mom, work, your spiritual studies. So taking things in moderation. But again, too, feet on the ground, the water, the earth, getting connected, getting grounded, and making sure your energy, like in the other reading, is being replenished. And that's what I have for you, my dear. Thank you for letting me read for you. And I thank you again for my beautiful guest cards.
Oh, next up is Karen, our very own Care Bear.
Care
Card for
Bear.
Orange. I'm ready for Karen. So see, I have the luxury of being able to pull cards ahead of time. Karen, I have 3 cards for you. The first is intuition, and this is your inner wisdom. And I love this for you because to me, an owl always shows profound wisdom. And you have an inner wisdom within you that you follow, and you pass it on to us. And I thank you for that. The second card that came out for you is authenticity. Let your truth be heard. And it's so important for us all to speak our truth, isn't it? Now, Karen, I felt led to go to the Sufi Tarot for you. And in shuffling, this card flew out. What I like about the Sufi Tarot is that every card is based spiritually. And rather than paraphrase this, I want to read this to you because I don't want to mess up the message, by not getting it. And so I'm going to hold up the card while I read this for you. The 7 of Staves brings you the fire of a different kind of victory, a triumph over inner turmoil through which you can then overcome outward circumstances. This is a message of letting go, of taking the steps necessary to ensure your well-being, and then connecting to a higher source. No matter how hostile the surroundings, this is an energy that shines from within and sets up a layer of impenetrable protection. When you tap into, wait a minute here, wait a second. When you tap into your inner resources and allow the peace within to permeate that which is without, you become the lighthouse in the dark that emits its own light instead of being overpowered by surrounding darkness. When this card appears for you, you are being guided to a pristine shrine inside your heart, a world of calm and contemplation in the midst of frenzied activity. Finding this space within and centering yourself there puts you on par with the white lotus that blooms in the mud, a miracle, a symbol of the grace that holds us despite our environment, experiences, and heartbreaks. It is time for you to reclaim this divine inheritance of yours, to assert your needs and rights and celebrate your power, your light, and your individuality. And the affirmation is, I am safe within and without. And I just love that for you. I think this is the most beautiful card. And I love that she's meditating. Look at that. And the light around her. Yes, I see an energy shield too. And that's what I have. Ladies, who wants to go next? Kristen, are you ready or?
I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
So
How about you, Heather?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay, I was going to say I could do a little soft shoe or something if y'all aren't ready.
I'm good. Oops,
Okay.
let me just turn this up a little bit. Let me get back into chat. Nope, that's not chat. That's my music playlist. So, well, wait a minute. No, let me go back to that playlist. What was the first song? first song that stood up is Bad Day, Because of You by Kelly Clarkson, and I Turn to You by Mel C. So look up those songs, Karen. I think that, wow. Okay. That wasn't a mistake. I had to send you those, mention those songs. Okay. So, Karen, I got the Goddess Fortuna for you. I embrace the unexpected. So I just love the colors too in this. I love that blue and that gold, just really, really lovely colors. And with Fortuna, she is the Roman goddess of fate and fortune. She's about abundance, of course, fate, gratitude, and grace. So this is you. You've been showing a lot of grace lately. You have um, the gratitude that we have and that you showed to others, and that we share to you. Um, I'm trying to word my reading for you here. So it says here Fortuna's powers are considerable but unpredictable. She often appears balancing on a ball on which she either stands or falls. She teaches us that fortune cannot be controlled by deities. You can only be thankful when it's your turn and accepting when it is not, and learn to embrace the unexpected. So basically, I'm hearing the ball is in your court, that balancing act, what needs to be done, and having the grace to be able to do that. Your next card from the Seeds of the Sacred Feminine is honoring your emotions. And a lot of red in this card. And we know that has to do with a lot of deep rooted emotions, passion for what we love to do, but also anger, aggression. So making sure that you are acknowledging and honoring all the emotions that you are currently experiencing and going through. And what I love too about this is that it feels like this purse like energy. I know it's coming down this way and or up, but for me too, it feels very much like magician, as above, so below. And so here you're sending your prayers, sending your intentions, especially to Fortuna, asking guidance from your guides, your higher power, and acknowledging that it's time that you're ready to do the work that's necessary. And to the way this is just like designed in here, it feels like this bag, it has the gratitude, it has the abundance, and that energy goes back to the earth. And with this image too, it feels very much like things under the skin, things that are just below the surface. And so making sure that you safely honor your emotions and to release them safely as well. Your two tiles. Um, I think what I will do, I'll go into more detail. I'll send you a little message. But I'm just going to show you the tiles. I have the Queen of Cups, the mother, the nurturing, the emotions, the empath, very emotionally giving, very emotional themselves, very intuitive, um, finding that balance, between land and water, that being grounded and feeling those emotions. Again, honoring your emotions. And then I have um, coming towards her this Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, um, an individual or energy that is very blunt, very fast moving, very cutting, very biting. So, Karen, my dear, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll talk to you a little bit later backstage with your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you, my dear. Mwah. Love you.
Okay, our final read today is Maruda.
I haven't done the reading. I didn't do my reading yet.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh
yeah.
my goodness, Kristen. Well, see, we went out of order.
Yeah.
Brain, you've got. Thank you for reminding me because my goodness, there.
Okay, so I pulled 3 cards from the Star Rune Oracle and then 1 from the Wild Goddess Oracle. The first card I got was in-laws, father. This is about masculine energy. Now, I don't know if this refers to you as a person of action, a person of authority, a person who brings what she wants into being. Or if this is in reference to someone in your life, that there's a masculine force within your life that you need to like consider, and have to deal with, and to process with, and to and I wasn't 100% sure how to read the card, to be honest. So I pulled a clarifier, and I got Perthrow, and that's take a chance. And I think what this is saying is don't be afraid to put yourself first. I don't know if that makes sense. Just take a chance on yourself. So the next card that I got is Wunyo, joy. Now, joy can be very fleeting. It can be very hard to pin down, especially if you're going through something. But what this is saying, make your joy a priority for you. In those moments, take moments for yourself. I know that you are a very busy mother, and you have your channel, you have your astrology education, and I don't know what else is going on in your life because I don't know you that well. But this is telling me that you're not taking enough time for joy. And that may be difficult. I don't know. But this is just bringing that home, that, joy is something important to bring to your life. The next card you got is Isa, focus. And I think this is a card of like, Isa means ice. That's the translation, literal, is ice. And so it's about lack of movement. So it's about stopping, pausing, processing, sitting in the silence with yourself, and taking those moments to really process what you're feeling. If you have big emotions, it can be too difficult to process. But if you focus, if you're still, and take those moments of silence when you can. I don't know, with, a bunch of kids running around, that might be difficult to do. But I think this is saying, you have to prioritize whether you're taking a bath or going for a little walk. This is about, taking time for yourself, to process those emotions. And then the final card from the Wild Goddess Oracle, you got the Warrioress. This is a powerful card. And it says you have the ability to conquer your fears and faults, and the right to defend who you are, who you love, and what you believe in. So this is saying, stand up for yourself. You have a right to stand up for yourself. So that's the message I got. I hope some of that, made sense.
Karen. Woo! And I like that last card, the sculpting of the face with those beautiful greens. What deck is that?
That's the Wild Goddess Oracle.
The Wild Goddess Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay, I wanted to put this up. Debbie's Journey. Alexa, stop. Debbie, I wanted to mention the rune cards were designed and created by Kristen Louise. And there is a link in the description of where you can go to make playing cards and purchase her cards. They are wonderful. And what I love about them, a little infomercial here, what I love about them is for each rune, most of the runes, she has 3 different cards with the different meanings that are similar but a little bit different, so that am I correct on this, Kristen? The way
what was the question?
You have, like, for each rune you have like 3 different cards.
Yes.
And they're like different spins on
aspects of it.
And I love that. And I just wanted to mention that to you, Debbie, because her deck is absolutely awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have one. Yay.
Yeah. Now, next is Maruta. And I have got some cards for Maruta, and I keep doing that. I don't want to remove myself from the stage. Maruta, I have 3 cards for you. The first one is the Chariot, and on the bottom of this card it says, I wisely use my personal power and the power of choice to do my good work in the world. And I love this for you. Isn't that a beautiful card? There's a lot of reflection. I'm trying to get it, but it's a very shiny card. The second card that came up for you, Maruta, is silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. And I think that, they say silence is golden. I think silence is so important in our lives that we slow down, we turn everything off. We just quiet ourselves and we just listen. I know myself, I don't listen enough. There's just all of this superfluous stuff that's going around, that gets my attention, that is distracting what is really important. And so I love this card for you because I think it's beautiful, but I love the message. The final card for you, Maruta, is move forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. And in many ways, this is also a card of self-love. The grace of who you truly are. When you think on that, I mean, how often do we ponder who we are and what do we do that matters, and what lives do we affect and how do we affect them? And I just love that for you because this card makes me think of who I am and what I am and what I can contribute and what I need to cut out of my life also. And that's what I have for you. Let's see now. Who is going to be next?
Our guest, Kristen.
I can
Okay.
go. Yep.
You're ready? Okay.
Yep.
Whoop, let's move you. There you go.
Okay, so the first card I got for you is 3 of Swords. So this is a card of grief, of anguish. And I don't want to get too political on here, but I can't help but wonder if this is relating to how things are going politically in the United States and the anguish that you're feeling about it, and the grief that you're feeling about it, and the helplessness that you're feeling about it. So that's the vibe I'm getting. You got the Queen of Wands next. And she is a woman who nurtures passion and drive. She is a woman who really is able to sort of own the room, like to put it one way. She's one that really knows her own power. And I think this card is calling you to really notice the way that you own your power. The next card is the 8 of Pentacles. And this is a card of repetition, of learning, of getting better at what you're doing. And I think this could be about your desire to make a change in the world, to affect change in the world. And the wheel that it can feel like, am I actually making any difference, here? But this card is saying, yes, keep at it, keep going. You can make a difference. It could be small differences, but they add up. And the rune card you got was Hagalaz, hunker down. It's going to be a long ride, and this is just the beginning, but you got this. Okay? You got this. So that's what I have for Maruta.
Wow.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Maruta, you got Celine.
Ooh.
I absolutely love this. I just love the artwork. I say about all, but I just love, especially I think it's because I'm kind of partial to the the indigo color that's in it. But I let the light of illumination fill me with love. And I'm feeling like this is the light of illumination you need to show for yourself, the light of love you see for yourself. It says here love, illumination, imagination, and connection. And I'm just going to share a little bit with Selene, the Greek goddess of the moon, represents reflection and inner wisdom. So almost kind of like the hermit card, instead of the lantern, she has her own beautiful moon that she holds in her hands to guide her within. Um, it's about her. She's about connecting deeply with your inner self and finding clarity and love. And this makes sense with the other card. So your seeds is honor your body. So there's a heavy energy here, Maruta. And I know Kristen was picking up on that. But what I want to focus on is that Kristen mentioned a wheel. And for me, it looks like she's almost holding a pinwheel. And I love that because it's like, again, letting letting the breeze, letting the air, let everything that's going on move through you but not stick to you. Allow the wind, allow nature, allow your breath, whatever it is that brings you to a state of peace, where you can go and sit within yourself, um, showing yourself love at this time, helps honor your body, because of the emotions that we go through. It does affect our health. And as always, we know the food, what we drink, everything, just remembering to honor our body, honor where we are right now in our life. And just if we can't really find that love, if we can't find that love within ourselves, how can we find that outside of ourselves? Your two tiles speak a lot too. I got the devil. So this is a lot of addictive like behavior. And what I mean by addictive, I think kind of tapping into what Kristen was saying about what's going on in our country, in the world. A lot of this is constantly we're being hounded on by media. So for me, some people are addicted to watching the news, always being pulled into that constant wheel of or that constant cycle of fear, um, and it's not a good place for us to be. And so whatever this addictive or self-sabotaging behaviors that we have, sometimes it's things that we do to help get us by, to help us through times like this, but really taking a close look at that and saying, how much do I truly love myself, and how much do I truly honor my body to be able to let go of what it is that is, um, that's keeping me prisoner, that's holding me down. And you are strong. You are stronger than this. We are all stronger than the negative energy and things going on in the world. And I have the Seven of Swords for you, and that's moving across, moving away. And I'm feeling like the more of this is getting away from a lot of the heavy news, a lot of heavy emotions, a lot of, this could be chat groups, this could be, watching certain YouTube videos that talk a lot about the heaviness and kind of reiterates a lot of what's going on, and finding a place of solitude, moving on, moving across that water and finding a place of peace. And when you do, you start acknowledging and honoring and healing your body, and it'll illuminate really truly how strong you are. Um, and that's what I have. I don't think I need to say anymore, sweetheart. You are extremely a strong woman. Your energy, you've got this. You've been in our community for quite a while now, and your insights, and when you do readings, are powerful. So I'm going to leave you with that.
Well, I think it has been wonderful having all these wonderful people with us, and I want to thank everyone for allowing us to read.
Thank you.
Oh, here's the comment. And I have a suggestion for everybody. Now you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm dead serious. I just recently bought some bubbles. And I suggest that you all go out and buy a bottle of bubbles and go outside. It's springtime, and blow those bubbles and be a child again, and just forget everything that's going on and just focus on how beautiful everything is and how much fun the bubbles are. And Karen has children, so they will chase the bubbles and jump up and try and get them. And I love that because my grandchildren, when they were younger, I bought them a bubble machine and they went absolutely crazy. They had so much fun. So that is my advice for everyone.
I love that. I love bubbles. Yeah.
Yes. And I just
tiny bubbles.
thought,
remember tiny bubbles.
Yeah. So mine were delivered. I ordered mine and they were delivered. I got a Walmart delivery that's out there, and that's what I'm going to do after the show. I'm going to go out on my front deck and blow bubbles. So if you feel the energy shift to something wonderful, I caused it.
There you go. And Kristen, thank you again. I know you've been very busy and being guest on everybody's channel and working and doing your own content. And again, love the new name.
Thank you.
Of your channel.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
And do you have anything coming up that you want to share this week?
Scott from Scorpio Moon's going to be on my channel, and
awesome.
I think that's all that I have coming up, to be honest. I think. Okay. Yeah. So.
And Pamela joined us too, and Nova Scotia's Black Indian Stories.
Pamela's here. I didn't see you come in, Pamela.
Well, she came in late. She just came in.
Okay. Well, it's so good to see you, my friend.
And so Nova Scotia is not Alana. That's 3 Degrees of Love Divination. So Nova Scotia, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate your lovely words. And Valerie, hi Valerie, we're actually coming to an end, and on this program we do messages from the Divine Feminine, but we do have other ladies and shows coming up. Kristen is going to be doing a show. I don't know who else is doing shows this week, but there are a lot of our fellow readers. There's always a show every night at some point, so there will be somebody who will be able to read for you. And you're always welcome back next week. I think we'll be able to do one more Divine Feminine before I hit the road, at least for now. And of course, also Friday, Allison and I will be back for my Friday show at 8 o'clock. And tomorrow, Jackie's Crystal Moon and I will be doing our next show for our holding court. We're examining, the court cards, because we know how much fun court cards can be. And we'll be discussing the Knight of Pentacles. So, Nancy, you got anything?
Well, no, not really. I think this coming Sunday, I'm going to be reading with Scott on his channel, Scott Scorpio Sun. It has been a joy reading with you, Kristen. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent reader.
This was wonderful.
And I would say you are welcome back anytime.
Oh,
if you feel the urge, just let us know. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And like I said, I want to thank everybody.
Yes, thank you
for joining us. It's just been wonderful. I have absolutely loved it. And I want to thank you the donations that you sent to
Yes,
Heather.
thank you everybody. I appreciate that very much.
And that just really touches my heart, because we love Heather. So
and Heather loves you.
Yes. I'm going to do the outro, and I wish all of you a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. We love you.
Thank you. Bye. Mwah. That was great, Kristen. Oh, always a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.